So, off to Nascar Manager in Saturday's opening round. Welcome along. We're going to try and get through. We couldn't get through last week. There's probably a strong chance we can't get through this week, but we're going to give it our absolute best. And let's bring you up to speed with how we did in qualifying. P5 we qualified at 281 points. The only track that we dropped points on was Watkins Glen. That is the track that I just can't do. I'm just not higher enough level yet, I don't think. But let's see if we can get through in this opening round of the Take Stock event. Hopefully we can put a good set of races together. Let's do a nice little spin for the daily. See if there's anything beautiful in this one. The answer is no. 640 coins. Never what we want really, is it? So, let's go take a look at our group then in the Take Stock event in Challenger again. And, yeah, it's a busy group, as you would expect. Let's see some of the scores out there. 525s. Quite a few 525s, interestingly. But let's see if we can score enough points to get through. Let's try and give it a go. At the moment, this is our team, Lahoy and Burton. And we've got that car set up that has suited us pretty well so far as well. So let's go into race number 1 of this Take Stock event. Let's see what we can do in opening round. We're off to Richmond. Let's see how many points we can score. So let's go then. Here we are. Race number 1, opening round, Richmond Raceway. We are off to. Can we start off with a beautiful 75 points? There is only one way to find out, and that is right here in this video. Let's see what we can do. Expecting qualifying to be at the back as per. And it is P21 and P24. So, we're going to use that fuel boost to Spectras on both drivers. And now, it's time to shine. So, 17 laps of this circuit to come. We are going to probably look at doing... what is it? It's going to be... a 6... How many laps can we do here? 5, 6, 6, I think, is what we need to be pushing. So 5, 6, 6 is what we'll do. So let's see and hope that we can absolutely fly away with this on. We're going to keep pace for now. The first short stop is going to be for fuel only. So we just don't want to use too much of the tyres, but we are making good ground up the inside. Now on lap number 4, we are about to go past and start this lap 5. Across past the pit road we go. So fuel only then is our first stint. We're going to come back then for 6 laps on some fuel. Let's see, we should be able to close up, and we are now one of the only cars in the pits. Worried about my P2 car. He's only he's a little bit adrift, but now we should be able to fly. Let's go. Let's give it our all. Let's get behind the boys. Here we are. As we try and hunt them down, can we find a big undercut that we need? There is a lot of cars coming out of pit road now. We are not going to get past them all, as we do get blocked, but we do survive round. So we need to get to around lap 11 here. We're on lap 9. There is a few more cars in pit road, as we are still getting through the pack. And I'm going to just cut it down there. Happy with that. P1 out nicely. We still need to do 2 laps on this fuel though. So we are cutting down. Let's see if we can. I think we are okay to push here. We're about to start lap 11, which is fuel and tyres. And now we can go fuel and tyres again. So we should be good here. And look at that. We're round the outside into P2. That is good news for ourselves as we come into pit road. Both cars right there. Coming back out already. We've got a nice bit of undercut again. We know 6 laps is possible. I'll tell you what, I like the undercut where we've got pace, but we've actually come out ahead of the back of the pack in La Jolla. So let's go, let's race. Let's get that undercut again. A couple of cars coming out of pit road. We should be able to start really racing hard, taking these positions. There we are, into P6. I'm now going to cut that down. Into P10. I'm now going to cut that down. because we've got to get 3 laps. We're a little bit short of that at the moment. So I am just going to cut down here and there, down the straights. And you can see we're actually bang on now, pretty much. That's what we need. And what's the gap out front? We've got a nice gap as well. We're comfortably ahead. We just need 1 lap over the line. White flag. Here we go. Final lap. Excess fuel. We are well clear of P3. We've pulled this round lovely. And that should see us to the end of this race. Race number 1 is good. Race number 1 is 75 points. Get in. I mean, at one stage, I was fairly worried, I must say. I was thinking, oh no, we're gonna drop some points here because we look in a bad position. But keep the faith, we get through. 75, let's go. Let's go indeed. We will compare the rival stats, just so you're aware of what they are running. Level 7, Burton. A couple of levels higher than us. That's pretty good. Big fuel on that Burton. And there you go, the car set up as well. But race 1 is down. Race 1 is 75. So, race number 2. We're off to Daytona Road Course. Now, I remember this from my many months ago playing this game. And I'm a little bit concerned because I've gone for my drivers, which I love, the fuel drivers. Feel like we might need the overtaking here, though. That is a little bit of a concern. But let's see how we get on. I am going to do that fuel again. Just because it seems to be my go-to until I start picking this game up more and more. So, here we go. Lap 1 of 7. Now, the chances are I might actually pit off lap 1. And literally go fuel. And then fly around. That is a potential. Because remember, everything gets a little bit hectic early on, early doors, where if we can get 2 laps of complete free air, we might be very happy indeed. So we are off and racing through the road section at the back of this field. P22, P23 at the moment, with some of the pack just getting away. But I think it is best to go straight in for fuel this time round. Let's see if we can just bump up a little bit. Can we find any room for overtaking? Tyres are going to be good. We'll probably come back for a full run. Here we go into P21. Burton's not had a great lap at all. As we come round the big loop now, it is going to be a pit road entrance for the very first time for both cars. As here we go. So this is the undercut again. Strategically key. Because we can absolutely push now. Work our way into this race. We'll have fuel and tyres next time around, and now it's all about pushing to the end. We're doing the 1, 2, 2, 2, and that should hopefully work perfect. So let's see if we can close the gap on the cars. I mean, we are pretty much closing. That P1 out front big time at the moment. How are we going to catch that car? That is going to be pretty incredible. Now, we should actually undercut a lot of these cars P3 onwards, because we are really closing in on the pack. We can just see them coming into shot now. We are just catching the back of the cars ahead. P23, P24 at the moment. Some of them are going for 3 laps, which is interesting. So, here we go. We are coming around. Here is the undercut, and that has worked just about. P14, P15. We've got the rivals there as well who have continued, but we're going to make moves here, and we are going to get ahead. So, good job for the team. We are now P12 and 14th. Make that 13th as we come into the straight. P1, P2, well out ahead still. But there's a lot of struggling cars here. Fuel and tyres for ourselves. Keep pushing though. Keep creating the gaps from behind. 3 laps for these ahead of us. That's pretty big. And again, we've just come round. Some of them just running out of fuel, which is nice to see. Everybody should go fuel and tyres here. Where do we come out, though? P12, P11. That might get better. Oh, it might get worse. Obviously, we're against the off-cut here. We're a bit different to everybody else. But now we need to try and just hope for some luck. So P17 and 16. And look at the pack that we are up against. But we're going to keep on pushing, because I think that should be our only tyres of the race. Should be quicker pit stop from here. Short pits to come. Short stops. But here we go. We're in 14th. We are amongst these. We are going round the outside. A little bit of blocking from the car ahead. But we are banging the money. I do think I need to look after tyres a little bit here. But you know what? If we have to take tyres, I'll take tyres again. If these all pit now, which I think they will because of the fuel. There you go. So now we've got clean air. Even if we take fuel and tyres, a couple of seconds, we can push as much as we want. There is P9. And well, P8 now. Challenger a little bit more difficult for us, as you can see. Now, I could save a couple of seconds by going for... I mean, let's just take fuel and tyres, I think. It's going to be easier. It's going to not halt our momentum. You can see we're going round the outside now on the bank to try and get ahead. And we just don't have the pace, it seems. But P1, look at P1. Out of fuel, I think. Oh no, P1's cruising. I mean, that is mad for a P1. We are going to have full pushing towards the end, though, as we come along some more cars. And we take P number 3. So in we come. 2 laps to go. Daytona road course. We are sort of in the mix. It looks bad at the minute. There is a few more cars coming out. Can we stay ahead, though? Now we've got 2 laps of complete push, unless our servicing becomes an issue. It shouldn't do, but let's see how many points. Can we minimise the point drop in here? P10, P12 could do getting ahead of the pink car as quick as we can. A little bit of blocking, but round the outside we go. Can we take 9th? We've got the outside line. Yes, we can. We couldn't take 8th as well. That's beautiful. So into P8, P12. Here comes that car again. As we come into this section and back out. Still 8, P12 as well. Still just got a full lap of pushing to do. We can take P11. And there's a P10 up the inside. Car blocking ahead. They won't pit now. We're pretty much at what we can get. And that is at least P3 and P5. That's okay. P2 and P1 have gone. They're in a different state, different postcode in the UK. And still, we just can't get ahead. Oh, there's a move around the outside. We're just going to keep ahead of that one. Is P3 going to catch P2? Absolutely not. Are we going to be able to find a way past? Oh, the inside of the bank they go. It's going to be close. If we can take 5th or 4th here. Wow, where's that pace just come from? On the other car. I think we might be sticking here with a P5. Sorry, P6, but we could be P5. As we go round the outside on the upper bank. 3rd place for Burton. We do end up P5. You know what? I'm going to take that. That wasn't too bad at all. But I'm happy with that. P3, P5. Looking back, fuel was good. Maybe a little bit less fuel and more tyres was probably worth going at Daytona. To try and just help me with a 2-3 second pit stop down to about 1.5. But that was okay. That was okay. So there you go, look. They were the strategies. We got level 8 Burton. So we are well behind on the levels, but our car was pretty decent on the aero and grip. So we'll take the points. Race number 3. Higher team score matchup in favour of the rival, but we're heading back to a circuit that we raced in race number 1. It is back to Richmond. It is back to 17 laps. It's back to the 5-6-6 strategy with fuel. And we're going to hopefully score the 75 points like we did in the race number 1. And well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? So, Spectra. Let's see if it's a Spectra to 47 or not. And is this a real player? Yeah, potentially could be. So here we go. 17 laps of the Richmond Raceway. Pace car releases. And we are off. Green flag as we get ahead and look towards some more top max scoring points. 75 is the order of the day. Can we get it? We've got to keep an eye on the pits. I do want to push a little bit earlier this time. And that's probably from about now. Let's try and make some early positions. That should help us later on in the race. So lap 4, we are shortly about to start. And this is a good move up the inside. So after this time, it is pit road for the first time with fuel short stop. So here we go. Fuel for both. Should be good to do 6 laps. I feel like that's the look at that for positions 9 and 11. 9 and 10 now. As in comes pit road for the first time. Quick stops. There you go. And then it should be back out in beautiful clear air. We'll push for a lap or 2, cut back down to medium, and we'll get 6 laps out of this. So let's get that undercut established first. We did some very good work in that opening stint. And there's a few cars coming out which were ahead already. And that should see us ahead of them. Let's cut back down. So now, again, like you've seen in race 1, we should have that advantage. But we do need to get to lap 11. As we are in 1-2. And a nice gap. They are closing, but that's okay. Still got another 2 laps. We can do this, no problem. We are about to start lap 11. I tell you what, we might be okay for another lap here. I'm going to go another lap and give me a little bit more room for push. We're on 0.6, but we've only got to go like 3/4 of the track round. So we actually should be fine here. Fuel and tyres, yes, we've gone a lap longer than we wanted to. That could affect us, because obviously we're not getting that full undercut anymore. But now, it's full throttle to the end. 3.8. Where is that other car that came? Oh, we might lose some positions here. That is why we should have pitted the lap before. Now it's full push, but we might have just cost ourselves. We need momentum to get past. We need no blocking. There's a block, but we've got up the inside. That's crucial. It is crucial to get ahead of some of these while we can. And now we are going to get ahead into 10th, make that 5th. It's the car behind us which might cost us. Maybe we shouldn't have gone this extra stretch. We are into 1 and 3. It's this car ahead. Oh, we need to get the inside line. I don't think we're going to get it. We're going to drop points, but we should have undercut. That was our problem. We should have stick to what we know. But we're coming on the line. Come on. We saved the best till last. What a late move. What a late move that was for a beautiful 75 points. Nobody saw that coming in the end. Get in. What a round. 6-4-1 team score. What a late move to secure the points. Level 5, level 8 again. We are out of our depth with some of these rivals, but we're bringing home the points. As we start race number 4, we are over halfway distance of these 7 opening round races. And I think this is a circuit, Michigan, that has caught us out in the past where we have struggled. So we're going to find out here if it's pain again or it's going to be gain for us. We'll find out. Michigan, here we go. 21, level P11 for the rival. Wow, that's a huge move. Another high team score rival. Can we get 75? I think Michigan's a tough one for us. I mean, I'm sure 3-3-3 is the way to go, but I don't think I can get 4 laps. I don't think I can do anything other than a 3-3-3. We are off and racing though. Big track here. Big circuit. I don't think I can do... I can't do 4 laps. That's my problem because of fuel. So I just don't have it. So it'd have to be a 3-3-3. But I do believe that doesn't work around here for me. But let's see. Let's see as we race. Pretty sure you get a lot of cars coming in. As that's a potential move down the inside here. And that is a big move down the inside. Now we can cut down. We tempted it. We chanced it. And I'm pretty sure tyres are going to be a little bit of a problem as well here. Everyone together. We haven't pitted on that lap 2. And I don't quite see the tyres lasting. This is my issue. We're already on 48% with Burton. So we will come in for fuel. But this is what I remember of being an issue. We will get a quick pit stop, but most will. Most will do the short pit. And we might just have to... I mean, we will pace off straight away to try and get past this car in front. There you go. But I think we're just going to have to cut down here to try and get the laps in. Fuel and tyres, it'll be easy on the final stint. But I'm going to have to just cut this out and see what happens. And just go for it. We've got no choice. We are into P2 and P4. My problem is the tyres. We try and conserve down that straight. We've got worn tyres. I know. But what do you want me to do about it, Sunshine? We are going to get swamped. We are getting absolutely swamped as well in this race. We are now scraping away. P4. Tyres are pretty much done. I think we can push in here. I think we've just saved enough. See, that's how we save well. And in we come from 6th and 9th. Fuel and tyres. Going to be a long pit. Now, it's all about race pace. 3 laps. Going to be fine to the end. Now we need to make some moves. Come on. We don't need to be blocked. We need to take a nice bank, lower or higher, to get round here. We have got pace. Oh, so is that car behind us. Jesus, they come through. They aren't blocked. Oh, they are blocking now. We are on the higher bank. We saved it for the race before last. Can we find a way past? We are at full speed. Sadly, not a lot we can do here. Our piece... Well, Lahoy's gone flying. That is actually going to be okay. We're probably going to take like P3, P4 here. As that car comes back out. Can we find room past? It's going to be another late move if we do. It's only P7. We're not going to catch anyone else. We are completely being blocked. But as we come up to the race of the line, P1 is secured. Is there going to be any higher than P7? There's a car out of fuel, potentially. We take P5. Another late move. Another late move. It looked like P7. We took it again at the end, P5. We've dropped a couple of points. But that's a big late move from us to take the 72. It looked like it was going to be probably 70. Another job well done in the end, I feel. Level 7, level 8. Wow. And also a big car as well. But we do the job again. I'm happy with that. Well, it might not be happy when we find out we don't get through. But I'm happy for now. So we have a matchup straight away for race number 5. So we know this player is definitely going to be a real player here for this race. We're back after that circuit that we have scored the 75s at through this event. It is Richmond again. We did nearly drop a point. We did that last late move. So I'm going to make sure we don't do a 7-lap stint. We're going to make sure we definitely do and stick to the 5.66. But look at that for qualifying for the rival. Well ahead of us. We might be in trouble here. Might be in trouble. Higher team score, I think they were as well. So them starting so high up could mean that we're going to struggle in this one. So we're not going to push, remember, off the start. 5 laps first of all. We're going to then push about lap 3. Try and make some big ground. So as you can see, we're already P22, 21. And we've got a nice inside line. Got to keep an eye on that map. Make sure to see where we are. Lap 3 then we start. And I think we go now. Let's try and keep the pace. Here's a good move up the inside. Like to see the inside route where we can. We are getting blocked, but we've quickly shrugged that off. And now Burton is doing what we want. Burton flying through. So he's going to start lap number 5. We're going to get him in for fuel. This is going to be the issue, though. It is Lahoy at the back that we're going to struggle with. He's done a great race as Burton so far. Rival's gone forward again. He won't be too far behind, but he might be a little bit too much because he might just catch the other cars. Let's find out. We've come back out though. And again, we've just got to get the pace going here. Fuel will be fine. It's going to be the tyres that are going to be the problem. As we do manage to get ahead of some cars. Let's zoom out a little bit. Burton's going to be our key driver here. And there's the rival. So we have cut past the rival. And Lahoy's got through as well. And now I think we cut down. Now I think is where we cut. Because we're up to P1 and P2 in this race. We was, but we're going to drop back down to P3. Can I keep that position? I think I'm okay to push here. Because yeah, I think I am. I think I'm okay to push. Fuel and tyres. Absolutely. So we're going to push away. Rivals only 19 and 23 though. What sort of stint are they doing though? Lap 11 we come in. Looking like we've got the advantage. But you never know what's going to cause. Let's see. Our stops are done. Both cars quite close together now. And then we're going to be in clear air. Get ahead of that. We need to get ahead of that 24 car. Which now is 22. So we've already got one up the inside. We don't want to get blocked though. Because that's a slow car. That's why they're so far out the back. And we're already ahead. Which is good. Now we've got to... This undercut is key. Is it going to be music to our ears? Round we go to P9 and P10. There's a few cars ahead that we're going to go straight up the inside. Surely they will still pit though. As there we go into P6. Looking for more moves. We're going to have to cut down Lahoy. And I've cut down both of them now. Because actually we've got one lap to go. And this is looking pretty scary. Because we're below a lap for Burton. And we're below a lap for Lahoy as well. But we've got a big gap. We've got a big gap. We can just sit on conserve anyway. Because it's going to be job done. Even a real player couldn't stop us. P1 and P2. Let's go. With a P6 and P16 for the rival. It was a real player. It didn't phase us though. 75 points. The undercut is king. At 679 rival team score as well. What did they have? It was Elliott level 8. Bush level 4. With them 20% boosts on them as well. And in the end, yeah, we probably shouldn't win that race, but we absolutely have managed it perfectly. Race number 6. We're off to race the same guy that we just raced shortly ago in race number 6. So hopefully we've got the strategy again to overcome, but we're off to a different circuit this time, and it is going to be a challenge. Race 6, let's see. I mean, we're going to be well out qualified, aren't we? We know that by now. And it is 22-23 versus 14 and 19. California, it is the circuit. So, fuel boost goes on. Let's kick some butt. Let's go. We've scored well up until this point. One race to go. Free. This is the 3-3-3, isn't it? Potentially. Oh, this is going to be the killer of a circuit. This is the one I don't like. But we're going to have to just take our time. I mean, that is a beautiful little entrance down the outside. Thank you very much. We'll take a bit of that. What about on the inside? Take a bit of that as well. I think what we're going to have to do is make sure we conserve down the straight while we're in the slipstream. That's got to be key, I feel. So as we come on to the straight now, I think we conserve down and then bring it back up. I think that's got to be the key we do here. We've got to get through to 3 laps and have the tyres available. So fuel only on pit road. And then we're going to hit the conserve. We're up to P10 though. Where's the corner? There's the corner. We do lose a few positions, but that is why I'm just trying to save the fuel and tyres. So, I mean, this is going to be hell. This is a lot trickier, I believe. It's into pit road. This is where we lost a few points, actually, earlier, I think. I think we scored like 72. Let's see, where do we get out? Oh, it's going to be tough. Rival is ahead of us, but Go on, go on. Yes, P13 and P12. We're going to cut down on that straight again. Just probably didn't bring it up as high then. Need to bring that up higher next time. As we get around the outside. We're into P1. As we hit the straight. Again, just going to conserve everything. I think we'll be okay for the old tyres here. Raw tyres. We'll be okay. Believe it. We'll be okay. Fuel and tyres. P3, P6. I'm happy with this. Rival's in a good position as well. He's pushing hard. 15% we're on. Remember, the more fuel we save, the easier it is, or the slightly quicker pit stop we're going to have. So let's push now. We lost a bit of time down that straight then, sadly. But with the... Well, let's see. Rival is in P2. Or P1. Longer pit stop here. Long pit. Now it's going to be go, go, go. But the question is, where are we going to finish? In race 6. We've got a lot of work to do from these positions. We need no blocking, just pure overtaking. And that is what we've done so far down the straight. He's not pushing his P14 car. And we're going to take the advantage of them. Should be good to the end here. Fuel and tyres. Have we got the strategy again? I mean, we're ahead of the rival. We've only got one lap to do. This is pure pace to the end now. P1 pits. What about P2, 3 and 4? Yes, they do. And this could be a beautifully well played race. Against another reel which is higher levels. We come round to start the final lap. And let's go on board, shall we? In the beautiful look of from P2. We're well clear. Race P3 is coming. But he's not coming quick enough. Here we go. Big points. Photo finish pretty much. Come on. P1, P2. Bringing it home. Let's go. Let's go. 75 points again. Could we get through to final round finally? Come on. That's a big win again. 75. 2 real players in a row. Same person, same higher car. We'll show you what this was the same person. Level 8, level 4 with the 20%. And then you've got a big car setup as well. But come on. Job done. 1 race to go. And it's a hat-trick of the same person. 3 times we will face this rival. We've won 2 of them. So the best of 3 we've won. The question is now, can we go ahead, finish the round with 75 and pretty much nearly get through? Just that one race, that Daytona one, where we dropped the most points. But actually, it's been a pretty good race in so far. No Watkins Glen, thankfully, because that destroys me every time. So, let's do what we've done. Back at Richmond for the final race. Spectra and Spectra. Against this real player. With the big car, the big drivers. Let's absolutely do this. Come on. The pace car will lead us round for the last time. And now we are off and racing. The 5-6-6 strategy in this final one. We're going to wait till around lap 3. And then we're going to unleash the pace from the Inform boys. Rival is up there in 12th and 19th. We've got Burton going up the inside. And now, as we start lap 3, I think it's time for Burton to push and La Hoya to push. Let's go. See if we can make some positions. See if we can then come in the pits on lap number 5. Come on, get past Carl Busch. Yes. Let's go. P15 moving up nicely. Last time we raced this track, we did move up nicely as well. As we come past the pit road. Fuel only this time round. P12, P15 is good. I'm happy with that. And now we'll be coming into pit road. Come on, short stop. 1.4 seconds. We've got a pretty solid 6 laps to come as well. But now we've got to get ahead of the rest of the pack, which we do. Few cars into pit road as well. The question is, can our pace see us out ahead of them? Here they come. They are coming out. Are we going to get both cars past? Yes, we are. So we're going to keep pushing for a couple of laps here. We're even coming ahead of the cars that haven't pit here. And there you go, up to P4. Some of these should enter pit road eventually. And now we're P1 and P2. So I think now we'll cut down. I don't think we really need to, though, actually. I think we can do 6 no problem. Because we're on lap 10. Low fuel, I'm fine, because I've only got to do a quarter of the lap. So, fuel and tyres. Fuel and tyres. Keep pushing. Look at the gap that we've pulled over the real player. Just used up all the fuel on Burton. And now we can pretty much push. We can't push the whole of this last stint. But we do come out a lot further down. So the rival will go past Kyle Busch. And we'll get straight back past him. It's time to push hard. He's coming to pit road. He's well off the pace. But for us, big chance to the 75 again. And we've caught up with the pack here. We are getting through the pack slowly. These should all enter pit road though at some point. But we are still moving past. Look at these for some moves straight through the middle. We are getting blocked, but they're out the way. We've got 3 laps to do. So I'm going to cut down here. I've got to just look after a little bit. We are in 1-2. We have pulled actually really far clear. This pace that we had is absolutely lovely, because look how far P3 is. They're like half the track behind. If we can conserve, I think we can just bring this home. P3 is down the bottom. We're at the top. We're going to finish absolutely fine. Come on. What a round of racing. I am very happy with what I have just put together in this opening round. It could be a full 75 points, meaning that we've only dropped a handful of points, I think. 75, job done. Rival again, only 42. Big, I mean, I wish I had that set up, but different drivers. Job done. And let's go and take a look at how our round has completed. Because opening round complete for the Take Stock event. 513 points is what we scored. Yeah, we did have that big drop race too, didn't we? 66. Remember that well now. But overall, 75, 66, 75, 72, 75, 75, 75. That's pretty, I'm happy with that. Tomorrow, if we get through, we'll have 10 races to complete instead of the normal 7 that we've only ever seen on this account so far, because we've never made it through. But hopefully, I mean, we're on a 67 win streak. We're doing something right. Hopefully, you're going to see us get through to the final round. That's what we want. There's a lot of drivers below us who have completed 7 laps. So I'm happy with that one. We only dropped 12 points. I mean, that is the best I've done. Hopefully, that is going to see us through to that final round. So make sure to let me know how you have done in this week's event so far. How many points have you scored in opening round, and what level series did you enter if you are here to watch my NASCAR manager journey? We've scored well. We've scored very well. I'm very happy compared to last week where we dropped nearly 100 points. But so far there is a huge chance that we get through to the final round.